Hello and welcome to Tantrum House Studio 3. I'm Will Meadows.
And I'm Sara Meadows, and today we're taking a look at Ancestree by Calliope Games. Ancestree from designer Eric Lang is a tile placement game from 2 to 6 players.
In the game, players are trying to build the greatest lineage in order to score the most victory points and claim their genealogical bragging rights. At the beginning of the game, players are given a scoreboard and 6 randomly selected tiles.
They draft the tiles by choosing one tile they would like to keep and then pass the remainder on to the player on their left. They keep doing this until there are only 2 tiles left. They keep a final one, and then the last tile goes back into the box.
As soon as the player selects the tile, he must place it into his lineage, and he cannot move it or adjust it later in the game, so he has to be strategic about where it goes.
Cards have to connect to each other either through marriage or by matching the leaves on the tops and bottoms of the cards.
After all 6 tiles are placed, the round is scored, and there are 3 total rounds in the game.
Players can score points a number of different ways. One is by scoring their dynasties. They will compare each different color dynasty from the neighbor on their left and right, and the first round they'll get 1 point, second round 2 points, and the third round 3 points.
So for example, these 2 blue tiles would gain me 1 point because my chain of unbroken blue camel cards is longer than that of the player on my right, but not to the player on my left.
And my 2 red dragon tiles would gain me 2 points because it's larger than either of my neighbor's dynasties.
Having wealthy members in your family is another way to earn points. Tiles with coins on them earn you points every round, so by round 3 you could be raking it in.
At the very end of the game, all of the marriages or connected hearts on your tiles will gain big points as well, and then the player with the most points wins.
So if you've ever played Between Two Cities, this game has a lot of similar mechanics in that you're drafting those tiles and you're playing them, but in this game you're doing it all by yourself, so you are really in control of your destiny of tiles.
Yeah, it plays a lot like Between Two Cities. It also is similar to Sushi Go, where you are trying to collect your own thing by yourself, but you do have to pay attention to what you pass on to other people and what might come back around to you depending on player count.
The artwork for this one is kind of interesting and unique. At first I didn't really enjoy it. It's a little bit cartoony in kind of a weird, stereotypical, goofy way. But I guess like the illustration stuff that was done in it was done by an artist named Zimmerman, and she does a lot of like recreations of documents from antiquity and things like that. So I think she was really trying to go for an authentic approach in some of the vine work and hearts and some of those things, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, the instruction manual is done with a written type font, and it makes it difficult to read when you're first pulling it out, but the game is simple enough that it's one read through the instruction manual and you're good to go.
Yeah, it is simple to play, and it's actually really fast. It's way faster than Between Two Cities. When we played it the very first time, I think we played through like 9 straight rounds in like no time flat. So it is pretty enjoyable. It's pretty quick. You feel like I felt like I was really optimizing by the 3rd round what I was doing with my tiles, and then she still blew me out of the water. So I didn't feel like there was too much luck. Like there's a little bit of whatever that last tile is that you get stuck with, but you really are like, it's up to you to count the numbers, make sure you're doing the points right, and figure out how to get the highest score.
Yeah, we even played this one with our kids, and they picked it up easily and enjoyed it. So if this sounds something like you're interested in, check out Ancestree from Calliope Games. Tantrum House gives Ancestree 2 thumbs up.
Game players are trying to build the biggest and most powerful dynasty in order to prove, yeah, that is hard to say, to build the greatest lineage in order to score the most points and in order to gain their points and claim their genealogical bragging rights. Try it.